I know a lot of you probably have some extra time on your hands with the quarantine that's been going on here locally. And I know that this is a great time of the year as far as spring to do a lot of household projects, especially if you're just wanting to enjoy them yourself or if you're thinking about putting your home on the market. Welcome to Breakfast with Bev this morning. I'm Bev Curtis with Bev and Company.
And I'm Alan Curtis, back again with you.
Okay, and we're from House of Brokers Realty. And this morning, Alan and I are at one of our homes that we had as a rental. We're actually totally rehabbing it. We're going to be putting it on the market to sell. And Alan has been going through basically updating everything from top to bottom. If you joined us last week, you saw that he was doing a kitchen tile backsplash, and that turned out great, by the way. And so today, we're going to talk about basically updating baseboards, door handles, styles of doors, things like that that can make a huge difference as far as the overall updatedness in your home. So take it away.
So this basically what we had here was a house that was built, I believe it was about 1984, and in 2020 it still looked like it was built in 1984. Through the years we've done a little updating, maintenance things, some painting of walls, but it was time really for a complete makeover. All the trim, all the doors, everything was wood.
Mm-hmm.
Wood
Stained.
trim, wood stained, flat panel doors, small baseboard trim. So what we did is came in, pulled off some old trim off the base, put in some new nice, I call it Craftsman style. It's just really just a flat base with a little rounded top, a little bit bigger profile on it. Some of the other things we did is we took all of the flat panel doors that were on the property, took them all off and added again, I call it a Craftsman style door. Just kind of a 3-panel door, updated, changed the hardware out on the doors to a brushed nickel. Some of these things are things that you may have to have a true carpenter come in and work on for you on the property if you're not skilled enough, I guess, to do that or don't have the tools to do it. What I was going to show you is something that would be very easy and cost effective for you as the homeowner to do, and that's changing out the hardware on the doors. These doors had just kind of an old, I don't know what they are.
Kind of an antique bronze kind of
Antique
style.
bronze, brass. They're old, they're worn out, they don't really match with the updated style of the home.
Just kind of ugly.
Yeah, just kind of ugly. This is really something a person can do with a handy-dandy screwdriver. And if you guys don't have one of these at home, have your significant other buy you one for Christmas.
There you go.
Or your birthday.
Okay, there you go.
So, basically, taking the old door handles off, it's very self-explanatory. You're just going to pull out screws off the side of the door. You're going to pull the old door handle off. It's going to have a little keeper. These old ones tend to be not engineered like the new ones are. You're just going to pull the old door handle off. Where you see screws, you're going to be unscrewing. It's pretty much that easy for a person to do.
Hopefully they can see what you're doing there.
Yeah, well, and there's the other thing you need to replace is the door stopper donor on the bottom. So, and basically what we've got is we've got the old nasty ugly ones. You can go to any box store for relatively cost effective. They range in all different prices.
What did something like that one cost?
I think these were maybe $15, $16.
Okay.
For the whole thing. This will basically take care of the whole thing.
One whole door.
Right,
Yeah.
one whole door. Couple dollars more than regular just because these are what we call bed and bath knobs, so they have locks on the inside.
Okay.
And basically you're just going to kind of reverse the pattern. You're going to stick your latch in, and then your door handle. Always make sure to put your lock knob on the inside because I put them on backwards before.
Okay.
And then you lock yourself.
Gotcha.
out of the bedroom.
Okay.
And they're literally just gonna fit in. You can see everything lines up the way it's supposed to. It's a very simple process to put it in.
I think we got several comments that are coming in.
And you're just gonna stick that doorknob in. You're gonna screw it back together with all of the hardware that's provided. Put your latches on the other door. And really that's it. Like I said, something very simple for a homeowner to do on their own. Cost effective, really good update, especially if you've got kind of old tired knobs on your house, and you don't have to do them all at once. That's the beauty of it is, you don't have to take everything off and do everything at once.
Right.
You can do them as your time allows.
Right.
Come in and do just a little room at a time, and
Well, and the other thing, like in here, I don't know if you can really see it with the ceiling, but like this had the old popcorn ceiling. So they scraped down the ceiling and then did kind of that orange peel splatter look on it. So the ceilings are now completely updated. Fresh new modernized paint. And like Alan showed you, the wider baseboard trim, the new hinges, the new knobs. And then I'm having him go through, it's got those old beige color plates on the wall, the electrical outlets. All of those are getting switched out to the white so that everything is just clean, crisp, nothing heavy. I think everybody's kind of into the lighter, just kind of funner spring colors to where you can let your decor kind of define your colors in your room and not so much your wall color anymore either. But it is amazing how just updating the doors, the look of that, fresh paint, and the new hardware, it definitely really brings it up to the 2020 level versus 1984. So,
yes.
Okay.
And I base that off of what my realtor tells me.
Yes, he does. So, okay. So hopefully you find these very beneficial because a lot of this stuff, guys, is not hard to do. If you have a screw gun and are willing to use it, it's amazing what you can do. A paintbrush and a screw gun, would you not say,
Absolutely.
are probably your two handiest things
Absolutely.
in owning a home, for sure. Yeah. So, okay. Well, next week we're going to pick one other tip. So we've had several people had asked us to do several different things like baseboards, painting, hardware change out, door styles. So we're trying to cover a lot of those topics. And so next week we'll go through and see what some of the other topics are, and we'll hit those as well. And I know at some point we're going to do the landscaping one too. Just kind of how do you take some older landscaping where you don't have to redo everything, but just kind of facelift it very cost effectively. So, all right. Well, thank you, Alan Curtis, for joining in this morning as our guest speaker.
Pleasure being with you once again on this Wednesday morning.
Greatly appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoy the beautiful day, and we will see you next week.